on the right track. I mean, obviously there's more of a science behind it.
Yeah.
One of the things that really caught my attention was they said that yes, when you spike, it releases insulin to compensate, right? But sometimes it overcompensates, and then it sinks you back down, and then to try to bring you back up again, there's actually a little bit of adrenaline released.
Yeah.
And if that happens, it's the fight or flight response that triggers that, right? So when adrenaline is released in your body, you're dealing with that whole the anxious feeling, the heart palpitations.
It's almost the same, actually, the similar symptoms. Like when you have something sugary and your insulin is spiked, you get like a warm sensation through your body, like that instant rush of energy and that serotonin, like good.
Yeah.
But then like 45 minutes to an hour later you crash, and when you go hypoglycemic, that's when you actually get like a dizziness, cold sweats, your hands start shaking.
Right.
So it's similar symptoms to
an anxiety
attack. Then your heart starts racing, you don't know what's going on, so then you start overthinking it, and you create more anxiety, especially if you don't know what it is.
Sure,
right?
Exactly, and that's he brings up a really good point, because a lot of people they don't realize, if you don't know what the symptoms are and what can cause a panic attack, you could definitely think something's wrong with you, but really it's just the ups and downs that you're going through.
Yeah, you can fix a lot just with the nutrition part.
So what do you
overall,
think?
Right?
So what do you think for someone that doesn't understand nutrition and doesn't understand? Maybe they're just starting to understand anxiety and that they understand that they have panic attacks. What do you think the first step nutrition-wise is?
Well, I think basically you want to have a balanced diet, right?
Yeah.
So, and then eating often. So eating within that first kind of hour of waking up to kind of set your body for the day, give it some energy, and then you set the stage for the rest of the day. You keep your metabolism going, so you're going to lose some weight by doing this, but eating small meals every 3 to 4 hours, so that way you can stay consistent.
Right.
If you go beyond 4 hours, typically like your blood sugar will drop, and then like, you get that weird feeling.
Yeah.
But if you can put in probably 5 smaller meals or snacks, whatever, throughout the day, have protein in every one of them, and then have like a good quality, slow digesting carbohydrate, meaning like oatmeal in the morning instead of like a sugary cereal.
Right.
Sweet potatoes, brown rice, like all those slow digesting carbohydrates instead of something fast, you'll have nice consistent energy all day. And if you put protein in every one of the meals too, you'll be able to control your blood sugars and cravings, and you won't spike your insulins as much, and you'll feel like overall energy throughout the whole day and no cravings.
Right.
So cravings, like food cravings, but also your body feels the same thing. Like for addicts, like it's a similar sensation, right?
Right.
So you eat more sugars and up and down.
Right. And so would you say that your body, when you develop the cycle of these ups and downs, would you say that your body tends to crave more of that sugary sensation? Like, would you be geared more towards sweeter foods in the cupboard than you would towards healthier food? Yeah. So
because you're chemically, your body's telling you that.
Right.
Because it wants energy again in instant. So naturally, you're going to reach for something that's fast, like either quick, like granola bars, white bread, anything that's quick and easy. And the carbohydrates are everywhere. They're easy to get. So you may think you're eating healthy, but you're not. Right. And that comes more in depth into the science behind it, right?
Right.
And the different types of carbs. But,
Interesting.
How much do you think that you would spend? Like a guy your size, how much do you spend? Because we went to your cottage and we talked to Marlon Brown. Is that his name?
Yeah. Marlon, he's on the podcast too.
And do you remember he was like...
He was eating every 2 hours.
Like they had like 4 bags of oranges. But he said like that his grocery bill is like a car payment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like is that how much you have? Because I don't eat.
You're not bodybuilding though. We're just talking.
No.
We're not telling people to become bodybuilders. We're telling
This is just for like everyday general
general
eating, for energy, to feel healthy. More so now, like for people with anxiety and depression and like addicts, right?
Yeah.
Getting a balanced diet throughout the day and quality food, so you're not triggering yourself, right? Especially for people with anxiety and that, it's almost you're playing April Fools on yourself every few hours.
Right.
So when you're training,
we're doing it to ourselves, but if we can just control it and fix the basics, like so many other things will change.
Right. Absolutely.
When you're training at like your top level, like
We're
not even.
He just wants to know.
I just want to know how much you had to eat. Like how much like carbs Not that, because I think I got a long way to go before I'm your size.
Are you going to be a bodybuilder?
I think I'm thinking about it. I have been curling this week. So, I've been curling 35. So yeah, but like, how much do you think you eat? Like, how many carbs do you think you eat in a day when you're training at like the IFBB Pro level? Like,
yeah, when I was getting ready for a couple of my competitions, I calculated, and it was like anywhere from $800 to $1,200 a month.
Wow.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that's it. That's a rent payment for sure.
That's a rent payment.
Yeah, mortgage payment.
Mortgage
absolutely.
payment. Grocery bill.
Like $200 a week easily.
Yeah, but we don't need to get into.
Yeah, we don't need
bodybuilding,
right? Like that's the far end of the extreme, and like my end, I guess, is like I have 2 rock stars and 2 cigarettes every morning for breakfast.
Paulie is like a phenomenon though, because you deal well now with your anxiety and stuff. But do you think? I mean, you
have nothing to compare it to. Like,
exactly.
What could you feel?
What
like?
could I feel like? Yeah,
and I think this.
Like going through this. 10 minutes in, I was like, oh, I feel so guilty. Like, I'm not going to eat a strawberry because there's too much sugar in it, right? But I think progress rather than perfection, right? Like, when it comes down to it, no one's perfect, and no one's going to go. Every single person isn't going to go spend $1,800 on groceries for the month.
No.
But like, if you can eat healthy, I think personally, after going through this and listening to you, like, it probably would work with anxiety and depression and managing it, and not like having so many panic attacks, or just managing the way that you go through your anxiety and depression. I think nutrition is a big part of that, and I'd be interested to like now go off of caffeine, and see how much it is different, right?
Yeah. Well, you still say that you have to go for walks from time to time.
Oh yeah, for
when you start feeling anxious, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder if you did start working on just kind of keeping that blood sugar, as Scott's saying, that's what's really we're talking about, is keeping that level of blood sugar, right?
Yeah.
So if you work on, because you're constantly spiking it, like Scott's saying, so if you were to try to keep it consistent, it'd be interesting to see if you even needed to take those walks anymore.
It would be.
Yeah.
Maybe that smells like a...
But I think you like Rockstars too much.
I love Rockstars. Like, I want my life to be sponsored by Rockstar. So Rockstar, if you're watching...
Hook me up.
Hook me up. Yeah.
He does. I've seen it. He drinks at least one before every time he speaks.
Yeah.
And real quickly, by the way, congratulations, Paulie. It's nice to have all of us back here. There's been a few weeks where we kind of everybody was doing their own thing, but Paulie was out touring with the OPP.
I have been. Yeah.
Which was kind of cool because we have Bulldozer come here talking.
Yeah.
He's covered up from working with the cops to help catch child abusers. Mm-hmm. And you've been out sharing mental health stuff with OPP to help them. It's kind of cool how this is all connected.
It is, yeah.
Tell us about it.
I've been traveling with the OPP and my friend Colleen that's here.
You can come and say hi if you want.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll just say hi.
Yeah. This is Colleen.
Hello, everyone. Thank you.
So we've been traveling around with the OPP and helping them with so they have a mental health strategy that's coming out in 2018. And we've been to North Bay, to Aurelia, and you and I went to London.
Yeah, London was awesome.
It was cool. So we're just really working with them on some strategies that they can use for their own officers dealing with mental illness, also dealing with the people, the public that are dealing with mental illness. So I think it's fun. It's a great time. I'm going to Thunder Bay this week. So
good for you, man. And how are you getting to Thunder Bay? I know you like to talk about it. You were waiting for me.
Here's a segue.
Yeah.
They're flying us up on like an OPP private jet.
Awesome.
It's a long way from
land in the water.
Yeah.
No, it's like a 7-seater little jet thing. Yeah, it's supposed to be cool. It's like I thought 6 years ago I was living in my Honda car in the Oxbury Mall, and now I'm flying on a jet to talk about mental illness. Right?
That's awesome.
If you work hard enough, anything is possible.
And you're drinking up rock stars.
I could probably fly the plane myself. Just flap my arms. So I could probably do that.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's been fun. It really has been. I couldn't do it without the support of like you.
Yeah, absolutely.
These things.
Well, thank you for supporting his journey and being by his side. We're really proud of you and happy that you did that. It was awesome to see everything you're doing. And we hope that, we know you made a difference.
I hope so. Yeah.
And thank you to the OPP for listening to you. Listen to what Paulie had to say.
The reception's been great from it. They're really good, I guess, at absorbing it, because I have kind of two great vantage points: being the son of an OPP officer, and also having to call the OPP when I was sexually abused. So I guess that kind of makes it unique, but it's really informative for them, and I think they're getting a lot out of it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And then we got Tsunami over here, all positive. This is so cool. So basically, we've come to the realization when it comes to diet that we need to be, if we're dealing with anxiety and depression, cutting back sugar, caffeine. What does alcohol do? That's not a stimulant. You said cut it to stimulants. Alcohol's a depressant, right?
It is, but it's one of those, like, it's still a sugar, so...
That's true.
It's an empty calorie, so you'd still get the insulin spike, and then still have, like, a little bit of a drop afterwards, right?
Right.
So it's from the sugars in it.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder what effect that has when you're actually, like, getting drunk, because you're obviously not using your proper judgment, and you're dealing with these insulin spikes the whole way, too. Like, is that why you get moody, I wonder, when you drink a lot of the time? Like
liquid courage?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
I never got moody when I drank.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Not me.
Yeah,
I got Irish. That's what I did. I got Irish.
So we need to cut back the alcohol as well. If you're dealing with self-medicating, which most people use alcohol for, there are healthier ways to do that. Using food as medicine, proper food, is probably a better solution than drinking or going to coffee or sugar or anything like that. What about exercise? I mean, I'm curious to hear your sort of perspective on the exercising when it comes to anxiety and depression, because your version of like how you've exercised pretty much most of your life probably didn't help your anxiety or depression, did it? Because
I didn't really have anxiety back then. It just
Really?
in the last little bit.
Really? So it's just kind of come now?
Yeah,
Okay.
the last like year and a half.
So do you feel that after everything, you pretty much took bodybuilding as far as you can go?
Mm-hmm.
But now that you know that endorphins and things like aerobic exercise, so cardio, are going to be better for your anxiety, are you keen to do any sort of aerobic training?
Yeah.
So what do you think that you still know about this? So
well, any type of training where you're obviously releasing endorphins is good, because it gives you that same
natural high.
Yeah, the natural high or runner's high. Like anybody can get it doing anything, right?
Right.
So your body's physically tired afterwards. You get rid of that energy rush, right?
Yep.
It's dealing with it differently. You know.
Yeah.
Even people with attention deficit disorder, like when I was younger, I went to a place called the Learning Loft because I couldn't focus and concentrate. So I was a hyperactive kid.
Yeah.
So the lady would make me go outside and run around the building a few times and then come back in, and so I could focus on one thing.
Did it work?
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So channel it different, right?
Right.
So instead of it being a panic, it's excitement or energy, and just get rid of it some other way.
That's interesting. I wonder, because now we don't really do that. Teachers don't say to kids, go for a run around the block. They call the parents and say, hey, maybe your kid should be on the ADHD.
Medication,
Yeah, but before, that's how they dealt with things. They said, okay, you're pretty hyper, you're a kid. Why don't you get up and run around the block? Yeah.
But so much of this, like a high percentage, like I'd say 70 to 80% of everything stems from your diet and your gut health, right?
70 to 80%.
Yeah.
Wow.
Everything comes from your stomach.
So you can't.
So you can change a lot in like how you feel, your energy, like mood swings, all of that stuff, sleeping patterns.
By the way that you eat.
Like
is it true that they say that your gut is like your second brain?
Yeah.
And that, like, however your gut's feeling. Because I've dealt with some stomach issues, like, post getting sober, you know? Like, I have this hematoma liver because I drank like a fish, right?
Yeah.
That's not ever going to change, but I think the way I feel about it might change if I eat healthier.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Because it has those long-term effects, like my esophagus is all screwed up from drinking as well.
Yeah.
Like, do you think that if I changed my diet, that stuff would come back and I would be, like, maybe not, like, completely repair itself, but would I be able to, like last summer I had surgery, a whole bunch of surgeries for my stomach because it just wasn't healthy, right? If I ate healthy, would that change, do you think?
Yep, I think it would. So the whole gut health thing, you've got, it's like we have three brains, like our brain, like our stomach is our second brain, and then your aura or like spiritual health is your third brain to look at. And so gut health, when we're younger, obviously it starts off, we have the right balance of good bacteria to bad bacteria, but it changes over time due to certain things, right? So due to, if you're on antibiotics, every time you're on a bout of antibiotics, it strips all bacteria, good and bad, out. but you can't. Your stomach can't fix itself or put good bacteria back in.
Right.
You have to do it, right? And a lot of doctors don't teach you how or whatever. So you can look back and like